Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a bit special because I want to share my personal journey into web development. How I got started, the ups and downs along the way, and maybe the most important part, how I managed to make my family proud and satisfied with where I am today. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's dive in. Alright, let's roll back to 2018. Back then, I was basically starting from scratch. I didn't know the difference between HTML and CSS, and of course, the JavaScript. Might as well have been some kind of magic spell. But I was curious. I wanted to make websites. There's something about being able to build something from nothing and see it online that just, hooked me. So, how did I start? WordPress was my entry point. I remember sitting at my desk, staring at my computer screen, watching hours and hours of tutorials. I was the classic how do I start a WordPress site kind of learner. And let me tell you, my first website, it was pretty rough. But hey, that's how it goes, right? I started with the basics, installing themes, tweaking settings, adding plugins. It was all trial and error. And yeah, there were moments when I wanted to throw my laptop out of the window. Who knew a single line of code could break a whole website, right? But every time I hit a roadblock, I learned something new. Now, here's where things get interesting. I didn't just stick to tutorials. I decided to build stuff, real projects. I made websites for friends and family just for fun at first. I remember making my cousin's bakery website. It wasn't perfect, but seeing it live and getting feedback was, amazing. And you know what? The more I built, the more I learned. There's a huge difference between watching someone code and actually doing it yourself. I started diving into custom themes, editing PHP files, and slowly understanding how the magic works behind the scenes. Eventually, all those hours paid off. I landed my first job as a WordPress developer. I still remember walking into that office feeling a mix of excitement and do I really belong here? But pretty soon, I realized that everyone starts somewhere. My coworkers were super helpful and I got to work on some pretty cool sites. I moved between companies a few times, each one teaching me, something new. Some focus on custom WordPress, or while others had me working on e-commerce stores or membership sites. Every project was different and every client had their own, wild ideas. Sometimes they wanted things that seemed impossible, but I loved being the person who could figure out or who could figure it out. And then came freelancing. I started taking on projects outside of work. First for local businesses, then for international clients. Freelancing was an adventure for sure. It taught me how to communicate, how to manage my time, and how to handle clients who sometimes wanted everything yesterday. I built websites for restaurants, schools, small shops, even a few non-profits. Each project was a new challenge. And honestly, I love the freedom of freelancing, the ability to choose my own clients and set my own hours. Plus, it was pretty cool to see my work used by people from all over the world. Now, I want to talk about something super important. My family. Honestly, I wouldn't be where I am today without their support. There were times when things got tough, those moments when a project went sideways or I doubted myself. But my family always believed in me. I remember my mom telling me, "You're doing great. Just keep going." That meant a lot, especially during those late nights fixing bugs or learning a new framework. Seeing my family satisfied and proud of what I do, that's the best reward. And it's not just about the money or the cool projects. It's about showing the people you care about that you're working hard and making progress. Their happiness is my motivation. After a while, I realized there's more to web development than just WordPress. So, I started learning, other tools, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and a bit of React or Next.js. Each step felt like leveling up in a video game. Suddenly, I could build things from scratch and customize every part of a site. If you're watching this and thinking about leveling up your skills, My advice is don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Try new things, mess up, and learn from it. That's how you grow. Let's be real. There were plenty of challenges. Sometimes a client wanted something I'd never done before. Sometimes a website would crash at the worst possible moment. There were weeks when I felt stuck and days when I felt on the top of the world. But every challenge taught me something, valuable. I learned how to Google like a pro, how to ask for help, and how to stay calm when things got messy. If you're starting out, remember, everyone struggles. It's part of the journey. If you're just starting in web development, here are a few tips from my experience. Start small. Build simple sites. Don't worry about perfection. Also, learn by doing. Tutorials are great, but you learn fastest when you build real projects. And don't be afraid to ask. Join communities, ask questions, and connect with other developers. Celebrate small wins as well. Every bug you fix is a victory. You should take breaks. Burnout is real. Step away when you need to. Fast forward to today. I've worked with multiple companies, but built websites for all kinds of businesses and helped clients both locally and internationally. I'm still learning all the time. That's the cool thing about web development. It never gets boring. And most importantly, I'm happy with where I am. My family is satisfied. I get to do what I love, help people, and keep growing. So that's my story. From clueless beginner in 2018 to WordPress developer, freelancer, and lifelong learner. I hope sharing my journey inspired you or at least made you smile. If you're on your own web development journey, don't give up. Keep pushing, keep building, and remember to enjoy the ride. And don't forget, the support from your loved ones makes all the difference. Thanks for sticking with me through this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know your own story in the comments. I'd love to hear how you got started or what you're struggling with right now. See you in the next video, and until then, happy coding.